Hey YouTube, it's Zany Bricks, and I have not made videos for the past week. Sorry, I've been a little bit busy with life, work, stuff. So, I did do plenty of building in the past week. As you can see behind me, there's a new power plant back there. The steam stacks are not complete yet, but it's the orange and gray thing at the back there. Some other new buildings in New Hell as well, and a train that goes from the bottomless abyss to a brick wall and a train station in between. It's a one-way train. Makes sense to me, at least. And the train, it carries SigFigs that are destined for New Hell, driven by a drunk driver. So, that said, I'm going to talk about the most frequently asked question that I probably get a lot of DMs on Instagram about, and some comments on YouTube and Instagram. How do you start a Lego city? I'm a horrible person to talk about this because I am still building my Lego city and I don't even have a complete Lego city. But how I got started was I bought a Palace Cinema and it was in a different room and I had a table. Now I took that Palace Cinema, I built it exactly like the instructions said, and I put it on that table. And that was my Lego city. It's complicated, I know. But really, that's how you have to start. If you sit in there and you try to plan it out all in advance, sure, you probably could do it, but it takes the fun out of it for me. But that's the way that I build, and that's the way that I like to enjoy Lego. That may not be the way that you like to build or enjoy Lego, so while I really appreciate the question, I don't really have an answer. It's however you want to build it. The second building I added was taking the Simpsons house set and turning it into a townhouse modular with a little saloon. And then I had two buildings in my city. So with two buildings, I needed a street. So I made a little brick-built street initially. And all my streets were not brick-built tile on plates, but all my streets were initially custom streets. When I moved it upstairs onto the new layout, and I started expanding it, obviously I switched to road plates because those custom streets become insanely expensive. There's some awesome builders like TMX Brick Notes that do, and Lego Rubric, that do brick built custom streets. Real brick built custom streets, not just like tiled over plates. Those guys, props to them. I love the look of that. I do not have the dedication to do that and to do all of the custom buildings that I like to do. So I choose to spend my time on buildings rather than on the roads. And on terrain, actually. It's funny because I don't really care too much about the roads other than their integration, but I'm really a stickler about getting the rural terrain in my city finished. Otherwise, in the city, I also got a lot of that terrain done. Actually, base plates are connected to each other from one corner to the other corner to all four corners of my whole 12-foot by 10-foot layout are connected via Lego plates. So I was able to get all the spacing sorted out, and that's really cool. I also finished the ground level, or the base, the mound, burial mound that the catacombs are inside. Basically, the base of my new graveyard in the corner there, which you can't see, and you still can't see it from there, but the graveyard in the corner there, it's raised about 10 Legos high, and it's hollow. And inside that hollow graveyard is going to be an underground, I guess the best way of explaining it, it's really an underworld city for monsters, but or the outcasts of society. It's Midian. It's from Clive Barker's short story, or novella, I guess, technically a novella rather than a short story. But it's back there. It's coming along drastically well. I'm surprised by it. Put a whole lot of work into it, though. I think I spent the past 3 months mainly focusing on that. So that's there. The next city update I do will have quite a few new things in there. Also been working on some new staging in the city, cars, people, things happening. So it's finally fleshing out. I like it. But as to how to start a city, I would say you take a Lego and you turn it into something that you like and you put it down on a table. That's your Lego city. Doesn't have to be any more than that. If you want to make a video about it on YouTube, feel free to do so. If you want to post pictures on Instagram, you should do so. If you just want to keep it to yourself, that's cool. It's however you enjoy playing with Lego. Because at the end of the day, we're just playing with Lego. Some of us may be adults, some of us not. But yeah, that's my advice on starting a Lego city, however you want. So that is the main topic of my vlog, sorting brick today. And I also have some SigFigs that came in that I haven't done hauls in the past week because I've been lazy. So I'll show these now and add them to the city. First, and I actually already opened his because I did, Aussie Bricks came in. And as you can see, he does absolutely have his handcuffs on because all of the undocumented workers now coming into New Hell come in on the one-way train where they are handcuffed and thrown into a cattle car. You can join Brickbard and Little Posties and Belfast Bricks. A lot of foreigners in that undocumented worker car. Weird how that works. So the next one is not really a SigFig only, but this is a haul from Bricks on the Dollar. I'm going to do it now, after I made that loud noise. Because I believe I was the first person to actually purchase his new 2.0 SigFig. I know TF Bricks already got one from a trade, but he already traded me his old one, so I went ahead and bought his new one because it's fair. I'm putting it together so you can see what it looks like, just in case. So there is Clutch's new SigFig. Clutch is the owner of Bricks on the Dollar, a Bricklink store. I'll put a link down to his YouTube channel for Bricks on the Dollar down in the description. Check him out. Also the Aussie Bricks channel. Aussie Bricks is an Australian YouTuber. Awesome city. He's doing his own Avengers Tower, some other stuff. Definitely check him out. I think he's doing an Avengers Tower. Pretty definite. Or maybe he was going to do it and chose to do something else. I don't know. If you're not, I apologize. I mixed you up with all the other Australians and New Zealanders. So, yeah, Clutch will be added to New Hell in his new variant, and his Bizarro version will remain exactly where it is because that's how I roll. So, other than that, from Clutch, I got stuff, but I'm not going to show it on this video because I'm not doing hauls at the moment. The next package is from 3 Brick Friends. It was a surprise. I did not expect this. You know, Mike hates me and all, so I figured that he would, must have some ulterior motives. Oh, wow. So, he did a custom card, it looks like. That's pretty cool. And more importantly, inside this poly bag, which is a really cool poly bag. I love the Monsters Fighters line, but I missed it when I started collecting Lego. I came in too late, so I missed all of them. I bought the mansion, which I still need to add to New Hell, but I think he got this during the recent UK crazy, insane, everyone gets free poly bags thing. So thank you. That's awesome. I really like that coffin car. But more importantly, as I ramble on here, he inserted his SigFigs into the poly bag, so I believe they need to be open. Yeah. It's very creative. So we have Mike and Chloe here. Pick the right legs for the right person. I think that's... I'll figure them all out later. Oh, here we go. Okay, I'm going to sit here and ramble on and just let the video run while I make Mike and Chloe's SigFig. Okay, here we go. So we have 3 Brick Friends. Go check them out. They do some awesome mocks. Mike won the very first build challenge that I did on the Saturday stream, where he did an adult-oriented build. You're going to have to go back on my channel to the very first Saturday stream that I hosted. Maybe it was the second, but it was the first one where I did a build challenge, and you can see Mike's little mock. Not really little, but it is an infamous mock that you should go and see, and you will not regret it. He probably doesn't like the fact that it's told everyone that it's still there. So they will both be going into New Hell. I'm not going to put her into K-Fall Corner, though. She has a very special place with Mike. They're actually going to be the proprietor of their own business. So that is awesome. Thank you for sending those along. That's all I got for you. Thanks for watching. My subscribers keep climbing even when I'm not creating content. That's awesome. It's like you hit this whole curve thing where it's really hard to start getting subscribers at the beginning, but then they just start growing in number on a daily basis where it's like it's not abnormal to get 10 or 20 in a day. It's just, it happens. You don't even create content sometimes and it still happens. But sure, if it gets stale, it absolutely won't happen. But that was cool. Thank you for all the support. Thank you all the new subscribers out there. If you haven't watched any of my vlogs, they're a good source to hear me ramble and probably unsubscribe afterwards when you find out what I'm all about. So, yeah, there's that. And thanks for watching. Bye.